Welcome to Apathetic Weekend Update. I'm your host, Guy, who can believe it's snowing outside in Canada in April. Our top story tonight, China bans April Fools, pulling the biggest April Fools of all, letting the rest of the world take credit for how exceedingly lackluster this April Fools was. Supervision was all right. Moving on Thursday, CNN posted an article asking white people to stop wearing dreadlocks. In related news, CNN believes white people with dreadlocks read CNN articles. Kind of amazing that cookies are a thing when cookie dough is already so delicious. Like if I were a food inventor, I would have been like, and we're done. Perfect. This week, a confrontation with police took an unexpected turn when the alleged offender decided to end the heated argument by kissing the officer. Following the feud, efforts have been made to forget the breathalyzer more often. Yeah, boy, cookie dough. In spacier news, the European Space Agency announced plans to develop a village on the moon. We get it. You want the queen on all the money. Ugh. As some of you may know, this weekend I got an awesome new roommate, Simon Marincic, and I thought we might just toss it over to him for a quick little Q&A, if you wouldn't mind. Simon?
Hey, what's up, roommate?
Oh, not much, roommate.
Sounds pretty chill, roommate.
So, I hope you don't mind. I was hoping to vet you just a little bit first before things became official.
We're gonna do horse tricks? It's been too long.
No, God, no. I've just had some weird roommates in the past.
Hey, what's up, buds?
Oh, I love Bachelor Ghost Erickson. How's that ghost pussy feel?
Probably go back and grab another.
No, Bachelor Ghost Erickson. Not now. Where was I?
Horse tranquilizers.
No, not horse tranquilizers. I just want to make sure that you're not going to turn into a monster 2 months down the road.
Monsters. Just like a bachelor ghost.
Sure. Question number 1. Do you know what headphones are?
It's pretty self-explanatory. Phones that look like heads.
Well, still step up from the last one.
Hello, Simon. Hello.
Next question. You just got a brand new job and are feeling a little ill. Do you A, get a good rest so you're ready for it? Or B, get blackout drunk and call in sick all week until they fire you?
C, obviously.
Simon, there is no C.
Well, we can rule out crab fishing because you know it requires one.
Wait, do you think we're playing 20 questions?
Also C.
Moving on, question number 3. Does asking you how your day was you off because you're supposed to be on meds you don't believe in?
Yes.
Really?
Duh. It means you haven't been keeping up with my Snapchat story. I mean, why live a life as eclectic as mine if you can't experience it in 9-second increments?
Well...
Wait a sec. What color was the swan I fed chickpeas to earlier?
White?
Trick question. It was an iguana.
Iguanas eat chickpeas?
No, it ate the swan. This is why you have to keep up with my snaps. Gah.
Well, now. All right, question number 4. I bought the last 36 rolls of toilet paper, and you just happened to use the last one. Do you, A, decide, hey, you know what, maybe it's time to contribute to the toilet paper stock in the apartment? B, wait for me to buy even more toilet paper? Or C, leave your herpes prescription in the middle of the living room for 3 days, almost as a sign of what'll happen if I don't buy more toilet paper?
I have crabs, not herpes.
Come on, I did not need that visual. Don't you need like a substantial bush for that sort of thing?
Yep, and if you think this is glorious, you should check out Lower Simon. He's like a tiny kid rock.
Okay, final question. If, say, for the last 2 months, I did all the dishes, took out all the trash, bought all the toilet paper, dish detergent, and dish soap for the apartment, let you surf my Netflix and even make an account, left you sandwiches and pasta and even bought you sushi, and let you pay apparently whatever the f*** you wanted for rent and pay hydro and internet late, or sometimes not at all, and cleaned up after every belligerent blackout drunk night you left the apartment a cluster, which was sometimes multiple times a week, and was super easy going whenever you had friends over, even if it was till 8 in the morning doing lines of coke in the kitchen when you knew I had an interview the next morning. I never gave you once for any of it, and you reciprocated nothing. would you still act like a miserable, disrespectful, inconsiderate, self-conceited, delusional, gaslighting, narcissistic, sociopathic, and psychopathic bitch because of the literally one time you cleaned the washroom that you feel you're owed an entire 2 months of servitude for, and because I had a few cookies that you offered?
Jesus, no. What kind of crazy lunatic roommate would do that? Oh, Bachelor Ghost Erickson.
No, not Bachelor Ghost Erickson. But you really only needed to get that last question right, and you did. So welcome to being my roommate.
Too excited. Just one question, though.
Yeah, go for it.
There's like a place in the apartment for my iguana to poop, right? He's digesting a lot of swan right now. I don't know what that was.
This week in Russia, a kid stole $5,000 from his parents to blow on hookers for him and his friends. Little did he know, it was a savings for the procedure to unpixel his face. Poor little guy. This just in, you haven't made any progress on that novel you're writing because you're terrified of it not living up to your unrealistic standards, when really, had you just started writing and editing, by now you'd have something palatable. In Saudi Arabia, a doctor was arrested for flying a pretty rainbow flag he had no idea represented LGBT pride. He was also surprised to find out sucking dick isn't just something people do when they can't locate their tongue scraper. Last weekend, two cultural behemoths went toe-to-toe, the critics and the public, to decide if Superman v. Batman was objectively bad or, just kind of eh. Then after a week of deliberation, we're proud to announce that the correct group was those waiting for it to come out on Netflix. Quick life hack. Want to live rent-free downtown? Just tell your roommate who can barely tolerate you that you'll move out a month early if he gives you your last month's rent back. And then when you get it, just stay as long as you want because you've set a precedent of psychopathic behavior that has them too frightened to do anything about it. Moving on, in Hamilton, Canada, a convicted murderer is suing police because he can't get a job. Which is a little confusing because I was always under the impression killing was freelance. And cookie dough, it's even easier than cookies. It's just cookies with one less step. A White History Month launched just the other day at a Portland community college. But to be fair, if you look around Portland, it's hard not to wonder how the f*** everyone got the way they are. Oh, tummy ache. Oh. Now this had bra egg in it. By the way, good job, Egg, for sneaking in with gluten everywhere. Respect. And that's it for your Apathetic Weekend update. If you enjoyed the video or the young adult novel the video is based on, please like, comment below, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I've been your host, Guy, who just found out this weekend if you give someone back their last month's rent to move out a month early, but deduct the unpaid hydro and internet from the previous month from it, it apparently means you're a fucking loser who off to their phone conversations. Who knew? Learn something every day. Good night. That wasn't like too passive-aggressive an episode, was it?
Well, it wasn't not. What were we talking about?
Yes,